Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Islamic Audiobooks collection. I will be reading 30 Lessons for Those Who Fast by Abdullah al Qarni, which can be downloaded from kalamullah.com. Let's read. Page 119. Lesson 25. Ramadan calls for the preservation of time. Allah describes the discourse between himself and the reckless and negligent on the day of judgment. And he will ask the doomed, "What number of years have you spent on earth?" They will answer, "We have spent there a day or a part of a day." But ask those who are able to count time. Whereupon he will say, "You have spent there but a short while. Had you but known how short it was to be, did you then think that we created you in mere idle play, and that you may not have to return to us? Know then that God is sublimely exalted, the ultimate sovereign, the ultimate truth. There is no deity save him, the sustainer, in bountiful almightiness enthroned." Quran 23 verse 112-16. One of the righteous predecessors noted, "Life is short. Do not shorten it with negligence." This is certainly true. Negligence shortens the hours and consumes the night. Hence, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Two favours that many people are deceived by, health and spare time." The lesson being that many people are healthy and have a lot of time on their hands, yet their lives pass by quickly before them without their using them or benefiting anyone. He also warned, the foot of a believer will not move on the day of judgment until he is asked about four things and mention his lifespan and how he utilized it. Life is undoubtedly a treasure. Whomsoever spends it in obedience to Allah will find his treasure on the day when wealth and sons will be of no avail, but instead only those who return to Allah with clean hearts. Thus, who spent their lives in negligence, disobedience, and play will on that day regret in such a manner that will never be equalled thereafter. They will say, "Alas for us, that we disregarded our lives." In effect, both the night and day are like riding animals that transport man to either eternal happiness or loss. Our righteous forebears used to take every initiative to preserve their time. There are strange stories about them concerning this matter. There were among them those who used to read the Quran and they were on the threshold of death. Such an example was Junayd ibn Muhammad. His sons said to him, "You are exhausting yourself." He replied, "And should there be among the people one who exerts himself more than me?" Al-Aswad ibn Yazid used to stand in prayer for most of the night. Some of his friends advised him to relax, at least for a small portion of the night. He told them it is this very relaxation he is in search of, meaning in the hereafter. Sufyan al-Thawri once sat in the sacred mosque speaking to some people. Then suddenly he arose terrified and said, "We are sitting here and the day is doing its work." There were among our forebears those who used to divide their days and nights into hours. Hence, they allocated specific hours for prayers, recitation, remembrance, meditation, acquisition of knowledge, work and sleep. They ascribed no time for merriment. As for their successors, they have been afflicted by the calamity of time wasting. Except, of course, those to whom Allah has shown mercy. They indulge in excessive sleep, idleness, aimless wandering, spending on amusements and sittings in which there is no benefit, or in meetings which, if they do not involve disobedience, are definitely the cause of disobedience. Among the greatest things that organize time and work are the 5 daily prayers. Allah, the most sublime and most excellent speaker, affirms in the Quran, "Verily, for all believers, prayer is indeed a sacred duty linked to particular times of day." Quran 4 verse 104. The month of Ramadan is a school in which the Muslims' time is organized and invested in matters that lead to closeness to Allah. Notwithstanding, some people do not know the meaning of fasting They engage in ample negligence and deep slumber. They spend their days sleeping and their nights in wasted wakefulness. O Allah, preserve for us our lives, plant our feet firmly on your path, and make us obey you always, O Lord of all the worlds. That was the end of today's lesson. Please do join us for tomorrow's lesson.